Let's make some game day chip dip or just everyday chip dip. Whatever tickles your fancy, you only need a few ingredients. Velveeta cheese, diced tomatoes, corn and black beans, and some ground hamburger. Let me know in the comments if you tried this out and there are some things you can substitute if you want to change it up a bit. Because I'll always recommend some substitutes just because I know everyone likes something different. So some things you can change out is the diced tomatoes. Instead of doing diced tomatoes, you can do the Rotel tomatoes. Those have some jalapenos in there to give it a nice kick. And instead of doing ground hamburger, you can do sausage. Most people like using Jimmy Dean, and I've used it before too. You can either use regular or you can use Jimmy Dean hot sausage if you like some more spice. And those are the recommendations I have for changing it out if you don't like this here. So for the most part, saying that if you like stuff a little bit more spicy, I recommend doing those substitutes. This one is still good. It just doesn't have as much spice to it, obviously, because there's no jalapenos. And like I said, I'm using ground hamburger instead of Jimmy Dean sausage, like the hot sausage. But yeah, we're going to cut up this Velveeta cheese into evenly chunks because I think it cooks better in the crock pot that way. But it's just personal preference. If you just want to slap it all in there at once, you can. But I really would recommend cutting it into chunks and throwing it in the crock pot that way. Also, if you guys use a different recipe when it's game day for chip dip, comment below. I would love to try out your guys' recipe because I'm always looking forward to trying something new. I also like to try new things because it kind of gets boring having the same thing. Don't you think? But let's assemble everything in the crock pot now, first starting off with our black beans. Also, has anyone else just all of a sudden became a fan of black beans? Because before, when I was a kid, I hated them, but now I actually really like them. Now we're adding in our corn, our tomatoes, then we're going to throw on our cheese, plug in the crock pot, cook this on low for 2 hours. But after I already started the crock pot, I will start cooking my hamburger. And that only took me roughly 15 minutes, and then I just threw it into the crock pot while it was cooking. Because essentially it doesn't matter when you throw in the hamburger since it's already cooked and will be hot. Also, I did throw in some chili powder to add a little bit of spice, plus some more flavor. But anyways, like I was saying, slow cooking this on low basically is just it's ready once the cheese is fully melted. And it took 2 hours for everything to melt nicely together. And also have the chip dip at a warm temperature because I'm someone, I like it when my dips are hot, like temperature wise. I cannot eat cold chip dip. My husband can, I can't. But anyways, whenever the cheese is melted, it's ready to go. But here I am now cooking the hamburger, like I said, after I plugged in and started the crock pot. And then once it's fully cooked like this, we'll just throw it in the crock pot and then you just wait until it is all done. Like I said, 2 hours on low on the crock pot. After 2 hours, everything will be melted and cooked nicely. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button if you want to support my channel and if you don't want to miss any cooking videos. I do cooking and baking videos. And if you have time, check out some more of my other videos I have right now on my channel. Also, if you're ever watching any of my videos or if you just have something on mind that you would like to see me cook, always leave a comment below. I'm very open to cooking anything or baking anything because cooking and baking is one of my favorite hobbies. I do enjoy it every day. But here it is after 2 hours. Everything is melted and it's mixed together nicely. I highly recommend trying out this recipe. Like I said, it really is delicious, super simple to do and easy, great for game day or even just to bring to a family dinner, just to eat as an appetizer. But thank you so much for watching.